Star Wars The Force Awakens ruined Return of the Jedi, and all the original heroes are fuck-ups. Please, listen to this video and don't hate, and listen with an open mind, and you'll completely understand where I'm coming from. This movie's getting a lot of fucking hype. It's ridiculous. Absolutely. Well, no, it's not ridiculous that it's getting hype because it's fucking Star Wars. But it's getting so much praise for being like the best thing ever, and everyone's overlooking all its flaws. But it completely ruins Return of the Jedi. So let's go to Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi ends with the Rebels destroying the second Death Star and the Sith. And it pretty much seems like the Empire is defeated, if not critically damaged, with the entire galaxy celebrating. And in the Lucas special editions, it shows that the Empire is defeated, and it's everybody's celebrating in those random cities. I don't even remember what they are, but whatever. I mean, thinking about all the Empire's best were on the new Death Star, and pretty much all their leaders were killed in the final battle. So with that established, Luke, Leia, and Lando and Han are basically the fucking shit at the end of the Return of the Jedi. And it seems like the galaxy is in for a better future as well, and the Jedi are going to come back. I mean, think about the title, Return of the Jedi. So the Jedi are going to come back. Luke is going to bring back the Jedi. So when Star Wars 7 comes out, there's going to be new Jedi. Luke has succeeded in what he intended to do at the end of Return of the Jedi, and bring the new order to the galaxy. Wrong. In Star Wars Force Awakens, about 30 years after Return of the Jedi, the First Order, or whatever, basically it's the fucking Empire, the same exact Empire from the original trilogy, and instead of blowing up planets, they're blowing up entire fucking planetary systems. What the fuck? Where's Luke when you need him? He fucking exiled himself? Are you freaking kidding me? After he failed to train his Jedi apprentices? That's so dumb. He's a fuck-up then. He's a failure. Luke is a complete failure. The title of the last movie is Return of the Jedi. It implies that the Jedi are going to return, not die. It just showed, like, Luke fucked up. Like, our hero from the first original trilogy is a fuck-up. So that's just, like, it ruins the original intentions of Return of the Jedi. And nothing's changed from the original trilogy. Absolutely nothing. Except that the First Order is so much stronger than the Empire. And that the Resistance is basically the Rebels, except they're fucking weaker. Like, all they have is Poe and, like, 10 other fighters that just shoot down a couple TIE fighters, and somehow they're able to win. But whatever, it's Star Wars. So, whatever, we just let that slide. They could defeat highly trained empires. It's Star Wars. So, what have our heroes been doing the last 30 years? How did the First Order get this massively powerful? And why is there only 10 other pilots of Poe? And you can't, people are gonna be like, oh no, the Resistance isn't the Rebels, it's the Resistance. No, it's basically the Rebels with just a new name. Because they still have the same rebel leaders from Return of the Jedi, Admiral Akbar and that weird alien dude. And obviously Princess Leia is now a general for some reason. And yeah, what the fuck is Leia been doing? She's a fucking general and she's still fighting? So 30 years later, after Return of the Jedi, she was commanding the rebels, and now she's still like hiding, like a really shitty rebel, like a underdog. She's still, her army is still that weak compared to the Empire after 30 years, and she's this old and she's still commanding a leader. It's commanding the rebels. Where's a new, shouldn't there be like some sort of new Republic army, not just a small resistance force that's not bigger than an army? Also, parenting. Han and Leia get the worst parenting awards. Congratulations. I just honestly can't believe that two good guys from the original trilogy would raise a fucking psychopath like Kylo Ren that slaughters villages. It's ridiculous. Not to mention that he was mentored by Luke, who is also a really good guy. So how did Kylo Ren just turn to be this bad? Like, he's just like, oh, I'm just gonna be evil, you know? Like, seriously, what the fuck? What did Han do as a father? Did Leia tell him, like, hey, Han, I'm pregnant? And Han's like, Chewie, let's do some smuggling. Fuck raising children. Like, Fucking Han Solo's ruined in this movie. It's exactly like Indiana Jones all over again. Why is the internet loving Han Solo in this movie, and they hate Indiana Jones in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? It's, the man can't even run. He's fucking 70 years old and he's still smuggling shit with Chewie. I did not want to see that. Why didn't Han retire? He doesn't have any credit saved from his jobs before. He doesn't get any money for being a galactic celebrity for saving the galaxy in the original movies. Why is he still smuggling stuff? It's ridiculous. He's the same as he was when he was 30 years ago. And what about his debts? How does Han Solo still owe people money? Alright, it was cute in the original trilogy, but because he was dumb and young, but now it's time for him to grow up. It's like college never ended for him and Chewie. And Chewie's not innocent too. Chewie just facilitates the shit. Chewie does not give a shit, and he just wants to be a space pirate with Han and fly around the galaxy and fuck shit up. The movie makes it seem like Han does this every day, like, oh, just another day with Chewie, just fighting some space pirates, fighting some space mercenaries. That's just what we do. It's what we've been doing the last 30 years. So, I mean, that kind of ruins the sanctity of the original trilogy by showing our heroes being in the exact state as they were in the end of the original trilogy. They accomplished nothing after that. They did absolutely nothing. So maybe it kind of makes sense that Kylo Ren went evil when the three heroes of the galaxy aren't doing any glory days during the events of Return of the Jedi. Maybe Han was just an asshole father and he fucking deserved to get killed by his neglected son. But yeah, this definitely ruins the original trilogies because the state of the galaxy is in worse shape than it was in Return of the Jedi, and our three heroes are still active. Maybe it would make sense if the galaxy went to shit and it's maybe like 50 years after Return of the Jedi and all our heroes are like either have passed away and it went to shit without Luke, it went to shit without Leia and Han. But no, they're still active and they're still actively fighting. It completely ruins it. And the worst part about it is that no one on YouTube is talking about these plot points. I personally think that these plot points are worse than the prequel midichlorians. You heard me. I personally think that these plot points are worse than the prequel's midichlorians. If it makes the entire original trilogy pointless, if everything Luke, Leia, and Han did was just create another monster in Kylo Ren, and then they don't do anything about it, it's fucking ridiculous. Everybody is giving so much praise to this movie already, and it hasn't even been out for a week, and I'm already sick of it. That's why I decided to finally post a YouTube video, get this on the internet. I want people to see movies differently, not listen to the same bullshit that YouTube reviewers are saying about this movie. This movie will not hold up. It is not going to hold up in 2 years. But there is still hope, unless the other two movies that come out, they really fix this, they make it a really good story, they put it together. But in my opinion, it seems like they already fucked it up by ruining the original characters, making them all a bunch of fuck-ups. So, that being said, I'm the unpopular opinion. Please like, subscribe, and I'm trying to help everyone see past the bullshit. Thanks for watching.